take the quiz. The quiz is easy overall, easy, you know, if you practice, if you review. So, you know, we encourage everybody to take a moment, maybe this weekend, and you can do, there you go. You have plataforma.ccpa.edu.py, and you can go ahead there and try that out. Teacher Pablo, are you with us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes, teacher.
Great.
Yes, teacher.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully this time I'm going to stay with you, okay? Great.
No problem. We'll be here anyway.
Thank you so much, Teacher Diego, for taking over. So let's get
Absolutely.
started with today's class. So can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Great. So
Yes.
let's just remember that if in any moment of the class we want to say something or we want to ask a question, we can go to the button that says participants and we can raise our hand, okay? Great. So we are going now to start unit 8A.
Teacher.
Yep.
And a classmate in the chat asked for you.
Okay, just a question. Just a moment. May I open my mic? Victoria, you want to say something?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
tell
I
me.
want to ask about the quiz because in our last exams we used to write essays. Will us write
Oh, well, you have a
this year?
form. Yeah, you will have a practice quiz. So you'll see, and it's exactly the same way the practice quiz is. The quiz is gonna be the same way. So no worries about essay for the moment, okay? It's just a quiz. It's just like a multiple choice exam, okay? No worries about essays now, okay? Great. So
Okay.
excellent.
But teacher.
Yep.
Teacher.
Yep. Rosanna, is it you?
In the platform we found the quiz, but
You
do you hear
found
me?
it? You found the quiz, and what happened?
The practice quiz,
Yeah. I'll show you
not
at the
the official quiz.
Yeah. I'll show you at the end of the class where you find where you can find the practice quiz. And what I'm saying is that the actual quiz, the real quiz, is gonna be similar to the practice quiz. Do you understand? I mean, I know that you don't have it available yet for you to complete, but it's gonna be pretty similar to the one that you have as a practice quiz, okay? So I'm gonna show you at the end of the class how to do it. No worries. So today's class is about crime and punishment, all right? So it's a very interesting topic. We're going to be analyzing some crimes. For example, kidnapping. Do you know what kidnapping is? Our country has been famous for some kidnappings that happen here. Yeah, right? Do you know the case of Cecilia Cubas, María Di
Yes.
Bordone de Bernardi? Well, those are cases of kidnapping, right? So let's see an example of what it is. The mafia took a rich man's son and asked the family for money to release him. That is kidnapping, right? The crime is called kidnapping. The criminal is a kidnapper, and the verb is to kidnap, okay? So kidnapping, kidnapper, and to kidnap. Great, that's the first crime. Second crime is to murder, and you see the picture there. What happened here in this picture? Well, it says—
The lady got shot.
Yeah. It says a man killed his wife because he found out that she was cheating on him. Okay. All right, so the crime is murder, the criminal is murderer, and the verb is to murder, okay? To kill someone, murder. Smuggling. By taking a look at the picture, what do you think smuggling is? Our country is
It's when you move something to another place, even though it's illegal.
Could be, yeah. Absolutely. It says moving illegal products into or out of a country. That is called smuggling. Crime, smuggling, criminal, smuggler, and the verb is to smuggle, okay? Great, so Paraguay is famous for, unfortunately, for this crime, right? Then we have bribery, okay? So what happens here? The man gave money to the police officer to avoid getting a speeding ticket. So the crime is bribery. We don't have a name for the criminal, and the verb is to bribe, okay? So in this case, the man in the car is bribing the police officer, and he is accepting gladly, right? Then we have mugging. Look at the picture. So we have a man with a gun, and it says, a man held out a gun and made me give him my wallet. So the crime is mugging, the criminal is a mugger, and the verb is to mug. So basically, mugging is to steal something by using violence and weapons like knife or guns. Okay, so that is mugging. And then we have here theft. An example, somebody stole my car last night from outside my house. So crime, theft, criminal, thief, and the verb is to steal, all right? So basically, whenever you steal something, you are a thief, okay? Robbery. Robbery, it says 4 armed men in masks walked into a bank and shouted, hands up. So crime is robbery. The criminal is a robber, and the verb is to rob. Okay, so you rob a place. You rob a bank. You rob a supermarket. Okay, so it's big. Then you have hacking. A teenager got into the Pentagon's computer system and downloaded some secret data. The crime is hacking. The criminal is hacker, and the verb is to hack into. Okay, hacking. Very famous nowadays too. And we have blackmail. So it says, I have everything I could ever need to ruin your life. And in an envelope in my room, says the blackmailer. He said he'd send the photos to a newspaper if the actors didn't pay him a lot of money. So, blackmail. The criminal is a blackmailer, and the verb is to blackmail. So whenever you have like some information that you threaten the other person to give you something in order not to tell everybody about that information, that secret, okay? That is blackmail. Burglary. So we came home from vacation and found that someone broke in and took our TV. So the crime is burglary. The criminal is a burglar, and the verb is to burgle or to break in. So a burglar always breaks into houses. That's a burglar, okay? Forgery. Look, we have a document here, a check, and it says, someone copied my handwriting and signed my name to a check. The crime is forgery. The criminal is a forger, and the verb is to forge, okay? Then we have fraud. The company accountant was transferring money into his own bank account. Uh-oh. So we have the crime is fraud, the criminal is a fraudster, and the verb is to commit fraud, okay? Hijacking. So where are they? Where are these people? Can you tell me through the chat where they are?
In an airplane.
In an airplane, perfect. And we have here a terrorist, right? What happens here? It says, 2 passengers took control of the plane and made the pilot land in the desert. So they take control of the plane and they made the pilot do whatever they want. The crime is hijacking. The criminal is a hijacker. The verb is to hijack, okay? Vandalism. Someone threw paint on the statue in the park. Crime is vandalism. The criminal is a vandal. And the verb is to vandalize. Stalking. This is very famous nowadays too. A woman followed a pop singer everywhere he went, watching him and sending him constant messages on the internet. The crime is stalking. The criminal is a stalker. And the verb is to stalk. Drug dealing. Someone tried to sell me cocaine during a rock concert. The crime is drug dealing. The criminal is drug dealer. And the verb is to deal drugs or to sell drugs. Then we have two very famous criminals as well. Pickpocket. Pickpocket is someone who steals your wallet or your stuff without you feeling it. You didn't even realize and your stuff is gone. Okay, so that is a pickpocket. And we have a shoplifter. They go to stores and they steal what they find interesting, right? So in this case, he's stealing chocolate, I guess, right? So that is a shoplifter. We have pickpockets and we have shoplifters. What happens to a criminal? Well, so first of all, they commit a crime. They are caught, to be caught. The crime is investigated. The criminal is questioned. They are asked a lot of questions by the police or detectives or whoever is investigating. They are arrested. And finally, they are charged with a crime, officially accused of a crime, okay? They go to a trial where it is going to be defined if they are guilty or innocent. Number one is the courtroom. Well, everything we can see here in this screen is the courtroom. Number two is the jury. Number three is the evidence. Number four is the prosecuting attorney. So he's in charge of making the suspect look guilty, right? In a way. Witness, the person who saw the incident. Court reporter, so the judge decides whether the person is guilty or innocent. He gives the verdict and they are sentenced if they are guilty and they are acquitted if they are innocent. Then you have the defense lawyer and the suspect, right? Great. Now it's time to test your knowledge. It's time to put into practice everything we have learned so far about crimes, right? So we have here the crime alphabet. So for each letter of the alphabet, we have a crime. Like for example, A, it says, the police stopped me and accused me of speeding. So now we have B. It says, when we got home last night, we discovered that had broken into our house and stole our laptops. We know that the crime starts with the letter B. So what is the crime? I'm reading you through the chat, guys. Let's see. Gabi got it right, burglar. Fair got it right, burglar. Excellent. So we have a burglar. C, the police still don't know who the crime. So it's a verb and it starts with the letter C. Let's see, I'm reading you. Committed. Great, Pablo, Vince, Fair, Cindy, Abby, excellent. It is committed. D, the name of a person who sells illegal drugs, it's a drug. Perfect, Alejandro, Abby, Lucero, Fernando, Nicole, Vince, it's drug dealer. Then we have the letter E. There wasn't enough to prove that he was guilty. Enough what? It starts with the letter E. Evidence. Perfect, Alejandro. Perfect, Alex, Has, Nicole, Gabi, Sofia. Great, guys. You are participating today. I'm so happy because of that. F. We have the gang committed by making fake dollars. And it is with the letter F. Fraud. Great, Jazz. Hugo, Sofia, Macarena, Vince, Nicole, great. Then we have G. I was already showing you the answer. The judge found the accused not guilty of the crime. So guilty is when you did the crime actually, right? H. I was furious when used my identity on Twitter. H. Hacker, perfect. Nicole, Fair, Lucero, Gabi, Cindy, you are awesome, guys. I honestly didn't do anything wrong, officer. And it starts with the letter I. So if you didn't do anything, you are innocent. Perfect. Cindy, Hugo, Valeria, Thursa, Nilsa, Gavi, Vince. You guys rock. I. Oh, yeah. J. 12 people make up the members of A. Alejandro got it right. Jury. And K. The gang, the businessman, and then demanded money for his return. So what did they do? Gang is a group of criminals, just that. It starts with the letter K. Starts with the letter K. So what did they do with the man? Nicole got it. Kidnapped. Perfect. So we have the second half now of the alphabet to complete with the right crime or with the right verb related to crime. When somebody is acquitted of a crime, the police, them go. Let. Perfect, Fernando. Great. M, is somebody who attacks or threatens you on the street and tries to steal something from you. Starts with the letter M. What is the crime? I mean, in this case, the criminal. Mugger. Perfect. Alejandro and Vince. It's a mugger. Oh, another word for a crime is well, we didn't mention this, but let's see. Starts with the letter O. What's another word or another, like a synonym of crime? Oh, crime, says Gabby. No, it's not O crime. Starts with the letter O, and then it's followed by the letter F. O, F, offense. Perfect, Has, you got it. Great, and also Abby got it. The police wanted to the suspect about his alibi. So it's the letter Q. Question, Great, Lucero, and Beans. You got it. There have been several in this area. Remember to always lock your door. So it's R. Several what? It starts with the letter R. Several what? Yeah. Several robberies. Perfect. Robberies. Alex, Lucero, Gavi got it right. S. Is somebody who watches and follows another person in a frightening way. A stalker. Perfect, Macarena, Victoria, Lucero, Nilsa, Valeria. Great job. Then we have T. A common crime on the internet is identity. So when they steal your identity, perfect, Fernando got it. Identity theft. Depending on the accused will either be sentenced or be released. Depending on what? It's the letter B. Depending on what? Verdict. Perfect, Nicole, Fernando, Has, Valeria, Gavi. You guys rock. W. Neither of the two were particularly reliable. They both gave completely different descriptions of the mugger. So W, person who saw the crime. How do you call it? Witness. Perfect. Fernando, Nicole, Macarena, Victoria, Serrana. Yes. So we have neither of the two witnesses. Great. We finished with the vocabulary part. You guys are expert now in vocabulary related to crime and punishment. Now let's go to the grammar part of this unit. Okay. So the grammar part is something that you already know in part. It's about the passive, but today we are going to look at all the forms of the passive voice, okay? So first of all, let's remember what the passive voice is and what the active voice is and what is the difference, okay? So the first sentence is in the active voice. We have the police arrested the criminal. So when we have the active voice, we focus on the person who does the action. In this case, who did the action? Can you tell me? The police arrested the criminal. I'm reading you through the chat. Who did the action in this? Yeah, the police. Perfect. Fernando, Valeria, Pablo, Fer, Rosana. Yes, the police. So we are focusing on the person who did the action. Meanwhile, when we have the passive voice, it says, the second sentence is in the passive voice. The criminal was arrested by the police. So in the passive voice, we focus on the person who receives the action. Who received the action in this example? The criminal. Perfect. Victoria, Vince, Fernando. Yes, the criminal. So the object of the first sentence in the active voice becomes the subject of the passive voice. And the subject of the active voice becomes the object of the by phrase in the passive voice, okay? So whenever you have by, you have the person who did the action, okay? And the structure of the passive voice is a subject plus a form of verb be plus participle. Here is beyond crucial you to know the past participle of regular and irregular verbs. We're gonna study some today, okay? Great. Now, we have to know that we can make the passive voice in all tenses. Here we have an example of simple present. A judge reviews the case. Can you tell me how would the passive voice look like in this sentence? If you feel comfortable, you can raise your hand and I'll let you speak. Or you can write the answer. Yeah, Victoria wrote the answer. Excellent. The case is reviewed by the judge. Perfect, Victoria. Thank you so much for participating. So we have passive voice in the simple present. The present continuous here. He is committing a crime. So how would be the passive form of this sentence? Remember, we are using present continuous. So can you tell me? Let's see, you can write or you can raise your hand, okay? A crime. Remember, we need to have the verb be in the present continuous form. Yeah, we have is, but in this case, it's present continuous. So we have a crime is being committed, okay? Perfect, Alex got it right, yeah, great. Thank you, Pablo, Macarena, and Abby for trying, excellent. So a crime is being committed. In this case, we just omit the subject because we don't care or we just don't know who it was. So most of the time, we just omit the other person who did the action in the passive voice, okay? We focus on the receiver, on the action itself. Present perfect. A thief has stolen a car downtown. So how would the passive voice look like in this sentence? A thief has stolen a car downtown. So I have to use the verb be in the present perfect. So, can you tell me? Excellent, fair, got it. It is, a car has been stolen downtown. Excellent, a car has been stolen. Simple past. The jury didn't find the defendant guilty. So the passive voice would be, we are using simple past. So can you tell me? Remember, you can raise your hand or you can just write your answers through the chat. I'm reading you guys. The jury didn't find the defendant guilty. Anyone? The defendant wasn't found guilty by the jury. Thank you, Has, for participating. So the defendant wasn't found guilty. Great. Past continuous. The mayor was rebuilding the city courtroom. So how would the passive voice of this sentence would look like? So the mayor wasn't, the mayor was rebuilding the city courtroom. So you're using the past continuous form of the verb here. Anyone? Let's see. Yeah, Victoria. Victoria wants to come in and say it. Okay, so I'm gonna look for you. Victoria? Let's see. Victoria, you there? Hello, Victoria? I think Victoria's gone again. Victoria, are you there?
Yes, the city courtroom was rebuilt, was revealed by the mayor, right?
Almost perfect. You missed one word. It was the courtroom was being rebuilt by the mayor. Yes, was being rebuilt. Perfect. Thank you so much, Victoria, for being brave and participating. Then we have past perfect. We saw that someone had broken one of the windows. So we have had broken. How can I put that into passive voice? Let's see, guys. I'm reading you, or if you feel brave enough, you can just participate with us. No worries. We are here to learn. Anyone? Let's see. This one is a little more complicated. One of the windows was broken. Was is simple past. We are looking for past perfect. Remember past perfect? Had. Let's see. Had been broken. Excellent, Jasmine. We saw that one of the windows had been broken. Great job, guys. You are experts in English. Future. Active. The police will release the prisoner. And the passive voice. So the police will release the prisoner. How would the passive voice look like in this case? I'm reading you guys. I'm waiting for you. The prisoner will be released by the police. Excellent, fair, and beans. And Lucero. You got it right. Then you can also use the passive voice with models. Like, for example, we have in the active voice, the police can take the fraudster to prison, should take the fraudster to prison, may take the fraudster to prison, might take the fraudster to prison, or would take the fraudster to prison. How would the, but let's use may in this case. Let's use may to make it like easier, right? So how would this sentence look like with may in the passive voice? Let's see. The police, no, it's gonna be the police. The fraudster may be taken to prison by the police. Excellent, Alex. Great job. So we studied all the forms, all the tenses in the passive voice. Now we're going to make your English more formal by using the passive voice, more elegant, okay? So you can also use the passive voice to make your speaking or your writing more formal. How? Let's look at the example. People believe that he is guilty. All right, so he was taken to the trial and people believe that he is guilty. If we say people, we are not like, who is people? We are not being so serious about the information. However, if we use the passive voice, we can make it sound more formal. Example, it is believed that he is guilty. You see, it sounds like more formal, more elegant. Yes, my English is so great, right? So it sounds like that when you use the passive voice to report in this case, right? It is believed that he is guilty, right? So we use forms like it is said, it is believed, it is known, plus that, plus a clause. And again, I'm gonna ask you this question again, because I've been asking you these questions like for 3 times now. But anyways, what's a clause, guys? Can you tell me through the chat what a clause is? Subject plus verb. Excellent, Alexander. That's it. It sounds like, wow, clause, what is a clause? But it's something very simple, subject plus verb. Great. So let's go to the next one. And it says that we also have another way to make it more formal. Everybody says the criminal is in his 40s. Everybody is also very informal way. Nobody will believe if I say everybody says the criminal is in his 40s. However, I can use the passive voice again to make it sound more formal. The criminal is said to be in his 40s. Another way to make it more formal would be subject, the person who is thought to have done the action, is said, believed, known, any other verb, plus to and the base form of the verb. In this case, the criminal is said to be in his 40s, okay? This is when we are reporting something in the present. We also have the option to report something that happened in the past. Example, They think the man left the country. So we can say, the man is said to have left the country. When we are reporting something that happened in the past, we say to have and the past participle form of the verb. So we have subject plus is said, believed, known, plus to have, plus past participle of the verb. Great. So now we get to the point where you guys are the stars and you are going to test what we have just learned now, okay? So we have here student book page 146, and it's about writing sentences in the passive, something that we already did in the exercise about all the tenses. We write the sentences in the passive without the agent. So we have to omit the person who did the action. The police caught the burglar immediately. The burglar was caught immediately. We just omit who did the action. Now we have number 1. Police closed the road after the accident. The road. So remember, guys, you can raise your hand or you guys can write your answer through the chat. I'm going to be reading you, okay? So who would like to do it? Any volunteers? Any brave volunteers? Remember, you just have to put the active voice into the passive voice again. Lucero wants to participate. Okay, Lucero, let me unmute you. Lucero Rivas. Hello, Lucero.
Hi. Hi. It is the road. The road was closed after the accident by the police. Or by the police after the accident.
Excellent. Thank you, Lucero, for participating. So we have that the road was closed after the accident. Thank you, Lucero. Okay. Then we have number 2. Somebody has stolen my bag. My bag. Let's see. Anyone? Has. Okay, let's see. Has wants to do it. Has Vice. Hello, Has.
Hello. The second is my bag has been stolen.
Perfect, Has. Thank you so much for participating. So we have my bag has been stolen. Number 3, they are painting my house. Anyone? Let's see. Remember, you can, yeah. Victoria wrote the answer and it says, my house is being painted. You're absolutely right, Victoria. Great job. Number 4, they'll hold a meeting tomorrow to discuss the problem. So what would be the passive voice of this sentence? Let's see. Remember, you can raise your hand and remember, you can also write your answer. Anyone? Let's see. I think you are all thinking about it. Victoria says, a meeting will be held. Perfect, Victoria. Yes, a meeting will be held or is being held to discuss the problem. Great job, Victoria. 5, if they hadn't found the burglar in time, he would have left the country. If the burglar, yes, this one is kind of more, let's see, not complicated, but it takes more time to think, right? So let's see. If they hadn't found the burglar in time, he would have left the country. So how would it look like in the passive voice? If the burglar, let's see. Okay. I just want to remind you that you can raise your hand or you can write your answer in the chat. Let's see. You're all guys thinking. Victoria says, if the burglar hadn't been found in time. Perfect. Alex says the burglar would have left the country if they hadn't found him on time. Okay, but it doesn't have passive voice. And Bean says, if the burglar hadn't been found in time. Perfect, great job, guys. Number 6, the police can arrest you for driving without a license. So here we have a case of modal plus passive voice. You, let's see. I'm reading you guys. You can be arrested. Yeah, great, Wilma. You can be arrested for driving without a license. Arrested. Number 7, Miranda thinks someone was following her last night. Miranda thinks she, what do you think it is? A case of stalking here. She was being followed. Oh, I already said the answer. Anyways, Miranda thinks she was followed or she was being followed last night. Great job, Lucero. Great. 8, I hate somebody waking me up when I'm fast asleep. So I hate. This one is more. I hate somebody waking me up when I'm fast asleep. I hate. What do you think it is? Let's see. Being woken up. Yes. I hate being, or I hate to be woken up when I'm fast asleep. Excellent, Lucero, Gabriela, Wilma, Victoria. Great. And finally, we have, they're going to close the local police station. So the local police station is going to be closed. Great, Wilma. So we finished the first exercise, and now we move to the second exercise, exercise B, same page. Student book 146. Rephrase the sentences in 2 ways to make them more formal. And this is the new part of today. So the example says people think the murderer is a woman. So we can say it is thought that the murderer is a woman, or the murderer is thought to be a woman. So we have to do that with the other 5 sentences. Number 1 says, police believe the burglar is a local man. So it, we have the verb believe there, so we have to use that one. So remember, again, I just want to remind you that you can raise your hand or you can write your answer through the chat and I'll be reading you guys. Lucero wants to speak. She says me, Lucero, okay? Let me look for you, Lucero. Hello, Lucero.
Hi again. It is believed that the burglar is a local man.
Perfect, Lucero. Great job. And what about the second one? Would you like to do that as well? The burglar?
Yeah, let me read it. People say that the murderers are very dangerous. It is thought that the murderers are very dangerous.
No. The second form of the first question. So the burglar, yeah?
The burglar is believed that believed to be a local man.
Perfect. Great job, Lucero. Excellent. So we have that. We already did the first one. Now we have the second one. People say the muggers are very dangerous. So we have to make it more formal. Any brave student? Any volunteers? Let's see. We have to make it in the 2 forms. It, and the muggers, The first one, Alex already wrote. It is said that the muggers are very dangerous. Excellent, Alex. You got it. Perfect. What about the second form? The muggers? Let's see. Remember, I'm reading you through the chat as well. So you can either, the muggers are said to be very dangerous. Excellent, Alex. You got it right. So we have it there. Then we have number 3. Police think the robber enters through an open window. How would it be? I'm reading you guys. The muggers, oh well. What about the second one? It is believed the robber enters through an open window. Yes, it is. Well, actually the verb here we have think. So to be it is thought. Perfect. It is thought. And what about the second form? The robber? What about the second form? Anyone? The robber, we have the verb think. So the robber is thought to have entered. That's, yeah. So the robber is thought to have entered through an open window. Yeah, let's see. Lucero got it right. And Wilma got it right. Perfect. Number 4. Police say the murderer has disappeared. So we have say there. We have to use that verb. It. Anyone? Let's see. Has wants to say it. Great. So I'm going to look for you, Has. Hello, Has. Has?
Yes.
Yeah,
Do you hear
perfect.
me?
Yeah. So we're with number 4 now.
Okay. I think it is said that the murderer has disappeared.
And the second one? The murderer?
The murderer is I don't know, believe. I don't know.
Is said. We have the verb say.
Okay, the murderer is said to have disappeared.
Perfect. Great job, Has. Thank you so much for participating. You guys are incredible. Love it. And finally, we have lawyers expect the trial will last 3 weeks. It and the trial. Let's see. So it is expected that the trial lasts 3. Perfect, Nilsa. Yes. And the trial is expected to last 3 weeks. Great job, guys. All right. And finally, you have something that you have already done before, but let's just take a quick look. So you have a mini grammar on page 75 in your student book, and it's about having something done. So we have here a case of a thief in a museum, I guess. And it says, did the thief have his hair dyed before the robbery? And then another example says, did he have his mask made or did he make the mask himself? So we use have something done, that structure, when we are talking about things that another person does for us, okay? Some services, some favors that somebody else does for us, okay? Here we have an example. In the first picture, it says, you can look, cut hair. In the second example says, get haircut. So it is asking me to make some sentences. In the first picture, let's see, I cut my hair myself. And in the second picture, I get my hair cut. Somebody else does it for me, okay? So I have 2 more examples. Wash car and get car wash. Remember, you can use have something done or get something done. It's the same thing. Any volunteers? Let's see. The first picture. Let's see. Anyone there? Are you still guys with me?
I can volunteer, but I don't know why I'm volunteering for. Where is the page?
This is just the exercise in the PowerPoint. Can you see my PowerPoint, my presentation?
Yes, I
Yeah.
can.
So it says wash car and get car washed. You have to make just sentences. The first picture.
I wash my car myself and
Perfect.
I get my car washed.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Lucero. Great job. I wash my car myself and I get my car washed. And finally, number 2, paint house, have house painted. So can you guys make the sentence? Let's see, anyone? Well, I guess you guys got the idea. So it is, I paint my house and I have my house painted. Great job, guys. You participated a lot today. It says, what's the difference between have and get? No difference. They mean the same. You can have something done, get something done, they're same. Okay? They express same thing. Somebody else did the action for you. Before we finish the class, I'm gonna show you where to find the quiz that you are supposed to do. Okay? So you already know the platform. You go to the platform. This is what you're gonna find when you're signed in. You go to your course and you are going to find the practice quiz when you go to 7B. So you go to 7B, the unit that we have just finished. We even had a mini quiz last class. So if you had a chance, you can go and watch the e-class from Thursday. And here you have the practice quiz unit 6 and 7. In this case, I already started, so I just press continue. And this is the multiple choice quiz that you have to do. When you were a child, did you used to, using, have nightmares? So you just have to answer each of them and then continue with the rest of the questions, okay? So I hope you do it, guys, and I hope you study for your quiz and have great results. I'm so glad you participated a lot today. I'm really happy for that. And remember that we continue with Unit 8A next Thursday. So I hope you can join us if possible. And if not, you always have the e-classes available on the platform and you can watch it whenever you want. So thank you guys for another e-class. You guys rock, you're awesome. And see you on Thursday, okay? Bye, guys. Thanks a lot.
Bye, teacher. Nice weekend.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
You guys rock. Thanks a lot for everything. And sorry for the inconvenience today. See you on
It's
Thursday.
okay. See you.